Of course, it was great to get the win. Homecoming was special. Letterman coming back, Hall of Fame inductions, and great crowd as normal in Dowdy-Ficklin, and great to get a win at home with all those festivities around us. What a joy it was to see those Letterman at halftime on the sideline, and got goosebumps right now seeing some of the former players and former greats here. Congrats to the Hall of Fame inductees, David and Coach Logan and Harold, all those guys. Just what a great class. But it's great to see those former players come back too. That was awesome. It's great to get a conference win. We knew we'd catch Tulsa's best shot. I think I told you that during the week. It was a team that had a big group from the championship team the year before, just like it was when I came here, who understood that. But I like the way our kids handled it. I thought we were very resilient. When watching the film yesterday, Coach Connors and I watched it together, watched every film together on Sunday. I thought we played extremely hard. That's the first thing we watch. And then I thought we executed pretty much consistently for most of the time. There were a little bit of lulls here and there, but I thought we finished well. I was proud of the win. I was proud of the way we were able to finish the game. The thing we talked about after the game was making sure we keep improving execution and consistent play. That's one of the things that Shane mentioned to me right after the game. During that last drive, he said we just got to be more consistent, and we will. So that's things we got to keep striving for. I thought the offense moved the ball well. I thought they were very efficient. I thought we were balanced for most of the night, but I thought Shane did a good job running our team. I thought we played well up front. I thought our receivers blocked well on the edges for the most part during the game. That was impressive to see on film. We'll work on ball security, which we talk about every day anyway, and that's one of the items we mentioned in our staff meetings. Defensively, played hard. Thought our third down play, getting off the field on third down, improved as the game went on. Getting four takeaways were big. Anytime you can get takeaways, you get extra possessions. And the last one by Deshaun Amos, what a great play by Deshaun, and the way to finish the game, because I don't watching the film, our defensive play was not a 24-point defensive day. I didn't think it was during the game, and after watching the film, it was not. We knew about Watts and how good a back he was, so we knew he'd be hard to contain, but we wanted to control him. But I thought we played well defensively. One of the things we'll talk about is making sure we tackle better consistently, which we've done all year. Special teams, we're solid in all areas. Our kickoff coverage was one group that we felt could play better, and we had been one of the best kickoff coverage teams in the conference. So that's an area we worked on last night and put full attention on, and we'll have that corrected. The biggest focus for us this week will be execution, making sure we execute properly. I keep talking about that, but this time of the year, moving into the last quarter of our three-game segment, is making sure we keep improving fundamentally as well as execution. And I'm talking about the basic fundamental things, from blocking and tackling, footwork, body position, body leverage, those things. So those things we talked about last night to the team in our meeting and on the field. Routine plays is one of the items that I brought up a couple of times about it, and if it seems repetitive, it's meant to be repetitive, because that's what we believe in, and I think that's the key to having a good overall team day. And you'll keep hearing me say these same things, because that's not just a mantra, but it's what we believe in. But the routine play part, we can become more consistent in that. So we'll emphasize even more in practice, just making the routine plays, whatever it might be, from snap to catch to run to tackle to block, getting off blocks or what have you. But that's big for us. And I mentioned last week a term of complementary football. We had some spurts of it the other night, but not in the consistent or frenzy type manner that I would like. So we'll keep striving to get there on that. And then final thing is make sure we get better each week and each day. So we'll talk about that. And glad to be home again in Dowdy-Ficklin. It'll be senior day for those seniors, and I am proud of all our senior classes that have been through, that I've had the opportunity to be around and coach and love on. This group is special. They've been with me here from the beginning. Some of them entered because of transfers, but they have a pirate spirit about them that they'll be pirates the rest of their life. And this is always an emotional day for me, and it's an emotional day for the players. I mentioned last night, as a freshman, it seemed like your plays are infinite. And now they become more finite, your reps. There's a limitation on those. You have a lot of limit now. You figure you got 75 plays a game, you can do the math. And offensively, been around 80. You can do the math for an offensive player. So you can actually count them, how many games you got left. So it'll be an emotional day. We'll have to make sure we gather ourselves pretty quickly after we do that and making sure we settle down so we can have a great football game and do things we asked about getting better and executing and playing in a manner that we'll be proud of as a team and as coaches and making sure we get better. So it'll be an emotional day for me, and they always are. Nobody knew on injury. Jeremy Grove we gave him more reps, and we have to be smart with Jeremy because he will push it, but he's getting reps, and there's no one else new to add to the list. Talking about UAB, they've played two quarterbacks offensively, Jonathan Perry and Austin Brown. Jonathan is more mobile and dual-threat quarterback. Anthony is more of a straight drop back. They've mixed them in games, and Jonathan played it against Marshall a little bit, and I'm finished watching that game and gone through two of them, but they both have rotated and alternated in there. So we have to be prepared for two different type quarterbacks. Running backs, Darren Reeves was the first team all-conference running back last year. He's back. He shares time with Jordan Howard, and Jordan has speed. Both of them have very powerful runners, and both of them have speed. And Garrett, he alternates both those guys in there, so we'll have to prepare for both of them. One of the best receivers, I think, in the league is Jamarcus Nelson. He's been there a while. He has speed, and they're starting to go to him a lot more now. And we have to make sure we're concerned and have our eyes on him. Jamar Staples is another guy that keeps showing up on film. And then tight end use, Garrett's using more tight ends usage now. I mentioned open sets a couple weeks ago against FIU and closed sets. So Garrett's done a good job of blending both of them, from four wides to empty to tight end sets and multiple looks and overloads. Billy Autry's the center is the returning starter up front on defense. They returned 5 starters from last year's team. There'll be a multiple defense. They'll show some even man front, but they'll get some odd and do a lot of movement on the coverage end. So we got to be smart and making sure we distribute the ball properly. Jake Gaines, the safety, stands out. DJ White, linebacker. Dilheem Watkins was a guy that I really, you watch on film, he's big and has great footwork and can move. We have to be concerned up front. And also Jimmy Jean, he's a corner. So defensively, they've done some things that we have to be concerned with, and we'll be able to watch Marshall film and get a good idea, but they've gone from even man to odd front with a variety of blitz and stunts and blending of coverages. Again, return, I mentioned Jamarcus Nelson. We have to be ready to battle him. He's one of the top punt returns in the league. Justin's right behind at 13.1, I think, and Jamarcus is 13.8 return, and you got to make sure we're there. So looking forward to the game, looking forward to being back in Dowdy Ficklin, senior day. I'm going to keep challenging Pirate Nation. I know they'll keep answering, making sure we have 50,000 in Dowdy Ficklin this weekend. I'm not going to start backing off from that. And that's family, and family can ask family to do things for them. So keep filling us up. You can't imagine the electricity and the energy that they bring. You may think you know, but unless you're down there actually involved in it ground level, you have no idea how much the energy is from our fans and when we come on the field and during the game. It's very vital. So I'm looking forward to seeing, coming back home and seeing a stadium full of family members in there again. It means a lot. Growing up in Lumberton and my family in Fayetteville and my dad and uncles and everybody who served, and now working with a vet, with BT. It's an honor. It's a privilege. I get goosebumps to think about. It was like a military appreciation day, knowing that we have a day to honor the vets, men and women, for courage and bravery, of giving us the freedom to be able to do this, to be able to joke around a little bit. And it's all right if B's battery went out. You know what I mean? It's okay. And we're able to do that. But I take this day very seriously, and it's a day that needs to be recognized, and as many activities as we can to give them the credit and honor that they deserve. I am in the front seat and front row to do it. So I was a little bit late coming to work today because my dad comes up and Olivia was off. She's teaching in Winston-Salem, Olivia, my youngest daughter. So it's Veterans Day, and so she's off work. So I was a little bit late coming in today just to spend time with my dad and O. And, it was pretty cool. And he appreciates the day. And I mentioned BT, working alongside of BT, it's an honor as well, because I know he fought for us, and I'm glad he's fighting for us, myself right now, and the Pirates.